Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to the ITern training, your first module ever. My name is Obafemi Adegoke. I'll give you a brief background about myself, especially the vital information that is useful for us. And then I will ask us to do the same, but if you are not willing to, you will not be forced to. Then we'll go into what we have to do today. I have been with the iTerns for close to 5 years as a consultant. I am a cloud architect, also a DevOps engineer. And during the day at 9 to 5, I am an oil and gas production engineer. I work offshore and I support my team as a production engineer, and I support the ITern as a consultant. Okay, I've been on a couple of development and operation projects. I also support companies remotely. I currently support 2 companies in UK and 1 other company in US. Okay, I think that's that about me. I'll be your trainer for the next 2 weeks. We're going to be looking at Linux together. We're going to demystify what Linux is. And then I hope that at the end of 2 rigorous weeks of training, we would have come up to a sufficient knowledge level for us to advance this training into AWS cloud and ultimately DevOps. All right. Class will proceed on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. CST. All classes will be recorded and it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. Will also send us the Zoom link to the class, but I encourage us to use the one on YouTube because we try to put all playlists, all class in one playlist so that you can watch them sequentially like that. What else? I used to have grand rules for my classes. They're not draconian. It's just to help us enjoy the class. And the first is, this will be the last class. You're going to see my video like this. Subsequent classes is just going to be my voice and our workstation. By workstation, I mean the environment where we're going to be learning Linux. And that is AWS EC2 instance. All right. I would like us to do the same as well, even though none of us is putting, none of the trainees have their video on. It would be good if we retain it like that so that we have lower data consumption. Okay. The second one will be background noise. As much as possible during the class, please try and mute yourself so that the class video can be palatable when you play back to reduce background noise as much as possible. The third one will be that during the class, I understand this is probably an hybrid class. By hybrid, I mean we have trainees with computer science background and trainees without computer science background. So that means I'll try to be as basic as possible both in my diction and in my explanation. All right. However, because I said we all should mute ourselves so we can enjoy the class, does not mean that whenever you hear something or you need to get clarification, please unmute yourself and ask your questions. I'll say that again. At any point during the training that you need clarification, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Don't use the hand raise up on the Zoom dashboard. I may not pick it because by the time I begin to share my screen, I normally minimize the dashboard so I can have a full control of my screen. So please ditch the rule of hand raising and instead unmute, cut in, and ask your questions. All right. Linux, like I shared with us on our WhatsApp group, is the foundation of any technical IT role. Basically, Linux and Windows server operating system. However, because Linux is light, it is the most widely used enterprise server operating system. So all these mega corporations, the companies you intend to work for, their network is running on Linux operating system, at least 9 out of 10. Okay. And that's why I'm bold to say your knowledge in Linux will set a very good foundation for you as you advance in your IT quest. So that means I want you to please give this your full attention. And I also want you to ditch shame and ask any question at all that will enhance your understanding. Before I continue, am I audible enough? Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So these are the few background rules. If you're unclear about anyone, please ask so that I can explain. And if there will not be any questions, I will ask you to take turns. So please tell us about yourself. I just need your name, your background or your discipline, and your expectation from this training, what you intend to take away from this training. If you do not want to tell us about your background and discipline, just skip. Or you might just say you have computer science or you do not have computer science background. All right. So Mr. Aziz, you are first on our chat. Do you want to unmute yourself and tell us about yourself, sir?
Good day, everyone. My name is Aziz Ejalumibu. I live in the United Kingdom and I studied human resource and risk management for masters. I do not have IT background apart from the computer schools we did back then. And then I intend to become an IT guru at the end of this class or these classes. That's all. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Thank you. We are here to encourage and to help your dream of becoming an IT guru. I hope you know it's a concerted effort.
Yes, it is. It is.
All right, Mr. Charles. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Charles Gold. I have a background in chemical engineering. I have never worked as an engineer after I left college, University of Benin. I've always worked. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I live in Chicago, presently in Nigeria for holidays. I saw this training on Instagram and decided I've been wanting to switch careers and start something new for myself to create some form of stability. And I've always been interested in the IT industry. I've tried Oracle database. I never finished the classes. I just some years back. So I want to just give this a go, and hopefully I get the necessary certification and build a career from this point.
All right, you're welcome, Mr. Charles. It's the first time I'm having someone with my discipline in class.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. All right. Please, you pardon me if I did not pronounce that well. MOBA, or MB for short. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, I do go by MB MOBA. By the way, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are, what time frame. I'm in the US. I saw this on IG, as Mr. Charles says. I do know a lot of IT trainings out here that says that they do more hands-on, but I was able to text one of the iTern consultant, and he told me that you guys do more hands-on. So my main focus is to be here on more hands-on. I do have an IT background. Sorry, excuse me. I do have an IT background. I have a degree in IT. I do work for an IT firm in the US, but I am looking to broaden my horizon, especially my ultimate goal is to be a enterprise architecture. So I want to touch base in every field of IT, whether it's the framework side, the security side, or the administration or DevOps side. So I'm looking to broaden my horizon, and I'm here to learn, to have more hands-on. So thank you, guys.
You're welcome, Mr. MB. All right. Tony, I don't know if to put I don't know what pronoun to use, but Tony, please unmute yourself and speak with us.
Hi, everyone. My name is
Finally.
Abiola. I'm a lady, actually. So she.
Yeah.
My name is Abiola Odubono. My middle name is Toyin. That's why Toyin is on there. I have my master's in business administration, and also have a master's in science and information system engineering and management. I saw the advert on Instagram and looking to get more hands-on and practical knowledge about Linux. I actually don't really have a foundation in this. So yes, I'm a beginner. Yes, thank you.
You are in the right place. You're welcome. Wurola Bokno, please. You have the floor now.
Hello, everyone. So I go by Wura, and I'm an IT auditor. So I'm already in the IT space, and also I do a little bit of information security. I'm looking into going into cloud, and I will echo what Toyi and MH said about looking for Anton experience, and that's why I'm also here and looking forward to learning with everyone.
You are welcome. Someone joined and then left briefly. I hope the person did not miss the road. All right, it's good to hear from everybody. Again, I say welcome to the first module where we delve into Linux properly. If you're looking for 100% hands-on, you're in the right place. All we do here is maybe 2-3% of literature, and then the remainder full hands-on. Okay. KV, you're welcome. We are just about to start discussion on Linux, but if you can hear me, do you want to tell us your name, your background, and your expectation? Can KV hear me? Hello, KV, can you hear me? All right, so we'll just move ahead. Whenever KV can hear us, let us know so we can meet you as well. So like I said, we're going to be looking into Linux server administration. And the reason why we are looking into Linux server administration is because over the years, everybody has come to agree that the most widely used operating system, especially for enterprise and corporate network, is a Linux operating system. Most of the tools in cloud, most of the tools in DevOps, they are all built to use Linux command lines, and it just makes sense that the prerequisites for cloud or computing, DevOps, SRE is Linux, and that's what we're going to be doing. Please, may I ask, is this the first class? Have you guys have any class before now?
No.
No.
This is the first class ever.
Yes.
Okay, so it might just make sense that we go through one or two explanations together. So I'm just going to share my screen. I'll also share this material that you're about to see now. I'm going to share it with us at the end of the training, however, to some specific persons. And those specific persons you're going to know after the training, after the class today, please. Okay, give me some moments. Let me just share my screen. Can you all see this? Can everyone see my PDF file, please?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
Please let me
Okay.
know when you're able to see it.
Can say it now.
Yes, continue.
Okay, so in the next 2 weeks, this is what we're going to be looking at. Introduction and Linux basics, distributions, shell prompt, navigation, basic commands, user management, permissions, packages, networking. We'll talk about bash script, which is automation. If time permits us, I will tell us about run levels, BIOS, and the RAID, basic input output, random array of independent drives. Okay. Is this what you're supposed to begin with? Linux server administration, is that it? Okay, so this is not the file I should share first. Since this is our first class ever and we are having non-IT, non-CS people in our midst, I think we should begin with this. So it's just a general discussion about one or two.
Quick question, Mr. Obafemi.
Go ahead, sir.
You said that we will have access to these notes.
Yes.
Okay, so no need to take notes. Okay. All right, great.
Uh,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let me just share with us right away. If you are able to go to the meeting chat, so we can both follow together. Just give me a moment, please. All right, so there's a PDF file, introduction, it's the title. Can you go to the meeting Zoom chat and please download it? And let's follow together. It's just going to be brief introduction. Let me know if you've downloaded yours. Have you seen it? Are you able to? All right, one person who else has been able to download. Once I have 3 persons, I'll move on. It's not on WhatsApp chat. It's on this meeting chat. Just go to the chat room. You're going to find it there. Let me know if you have downloaded it.
I have done it.
Okay, one person more and then we move on. Wes. Let's talk about common themes. Network consists of 2 or more computers that are linked in order to share resources. What kind of resources? Printer, for them to exchange files, electronic communications, emails, and all of that. Okay, so the moment you have 2 or more computers connected together, a network is established. All right. One protocol that devices need to be able to communicate with one another is IP protocol. Internet IP address, internet protocol address. This is what tells computer A the address of computer B. Either they are within the same network or they are within different networks. Okay. However, when you connect 2 or more computers together, you have established a network. So what's a server? Is a piece of computer hardware and software. So the traditional definition will say software, but I should let you know that software is useless without the hardware where it can be accessed. So also hardware cannot do anything if there is no engine inside of it running it, which is the software. So a server is a piece of computer hardware and software that provides different functions for other computers or other devices, which you call them clients. So for those of us that have worked in corporate organizations, you would have had terms like server room, server room, server room, especially in banks, or when the server in your office is low or you're not able to browse, you call the IT guy, you call the server room, or you go there yourself and reset the server. The computer and the software running on those computers is what we call server. They are the one providing functionality to the rest of the computers, either in a banking hall or in a corporate office. Okay. The reason why you are able to print, you're able to send a document from office A to the central office printer or to the printer in the central office is because all the computers within the office has been networked, and there is a server that is orchestrating that network, right? Workstations, the rest of the computers within a network is what we refer to as workstations. Local area network, they are defined as a relatively small networking of computers. Some of them we use in our house currently. You have maybe a MiFi device or a router device, and then father, mother, and children are connected to it, or even your TV, if you have a smart TV, is connected to it. If your home is a smart home, it is also connected to it. If you have a printer or if you have a fax machine, they are connected to it. Typically something within 10 to 20 computers. That's local area network. Okay. We have a wide area network. This consists of a larger geographic area, okay, such as Lagos in Nigeria, New York in USA, okay, London in England, and all of that. There's what we call small office, home office. Let me come and use this diagram to explain. The reason why I'm going so fast is because you can always read them up, and I wouldn't want them to unnecessarily bore us. Okay, but I just need to give us this background. So when I begin to use these words, you are already familiar with them. Look at a small office, home office. So this is the switch, and it is the one that is sending internet to the rest of the workstations. Okay, let us call this one here the server. Okay, so you have your server connected to the switch, and from the switch you distribute internet either via cable or wireless to other workstations. All right, I can draw that out for us. This is your server. It is connected to what we call switch. If you've been to the server room before, you see something like this with plenty lights, yellow or orange lights blinking. It is this switch that you plug each of the cable. One can connect to the office photocopy machine, and that can connect to the office fax machine. Another can connect to the director's computer. Another can connect to the operator over the counter. Another can connect to the customer care office. Another can connect to, let's say, the HR office. In fact, it can also connect to a wireless LAN, wireless LAN, where you can broadcast Wi-Fi such that people with laptops within our office do not need a cable. They just need to turn on their wireless and they can reach the office network. All right. Now, this is a small office, home office network. So it is also a LAN, but slightly bigger than LAN. Let's call this one HSBC in New York. And then let's call it network, New York network. It is possible we have another Soho in Washington, D.C. It is possible we have another one in LA. Okay. It is also possible we have another one in Nevada. Okay. Assembly of all these networks forms a bigger network because they are networks of the same bank, a bigger network, which we call enterprise network. Are we together, class? I'm just giving us general
Yeah.
background. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the moment a computer at New York office wants to communicate with a computer at Los Angeles, there is need for a device called router. So at the gateway, at the entrance of each of this network, we call it gateway. We configure what we call a router. So router is what controls who enters and what leaves. So a computer here needs to communicate with a computer here. This computer will pass through its own network gateway where you have configured router, come out, and then enter through the network gateway of the destination computer. So it means that these two routers must communicate. If they do not communicate, then connection cannot be established. All right, but remember, all these branches, they are of the same bank, HSBC. So this is what we call an enterprise network or a corporate network. Okay. Now, these servers here, this server here, the server here, the server here are what we are saying that many of the enterprise or corporate network, their servers run on Linux operating system. Why? It is easier to manage Linux operating system than to manage Windows Server operating system. Okay, please know today that if your computer is running on Windows, maybe Windows 11, Windows 12, that Windows is a client operating system. Windows have a special operating system for servers where they have configured what we call ADDS, Active Domain Directory Service. Okay, but Windows is a heavy OS, and that's why most enterprise and corporate network, they go for Linux. Also, the specific applications they will be running on their network. If it is bank, they run Peachtree, they run accounting softwares. If it is organizations, they run SAP software, they run SAPs, they run Ariba, they run ERP solutions. Some of these applications are very stable on Linux operating systems. And that's why most of them prefer that their servers will run on Linux. Are we together?
Yes.
All right. Now, the catch is in the past, 2 or 3 decades thereabouts, there's another wave. Before, all of this used to be physical. You can see and touch them. But now about 40 to 45% of the entire network, that might be too ambitious. Let's say 30 to 35, they are going what? Cloud. Or better still, you say virtual. Using different platforms like AWS, which is the pioneer, even the founder, like Azure, like Google Cloud, Kubernetes Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud. So what I'm saying is servers now run in cloud. Okay, so let's say Miss Tony and Mr. Assis wake up tomorrow and decide to collaborate, and then they say, okay, let us have a company, let us have our own network. The moment they think about network, then they begin to think about setting up or erecting a building where they're going to buy big computers, put it in that building, buy server machines, buy storage facilities, put it in that building. Okay. Then employ people that will manage all of that for them. Since it has to be 24/7, they will have to be on shift and all of that. But now at the comfort of your home, which you will see in this training if you've not seen it before, you are able to launch a server without buying anything for as cheap as free. All right. And you're going to run your application on it if you know how to. And then you're going to deploy it to the public. And then you begin to run your business. Okay. And if you wake up tomorrow and say, oh, business is good, I want to scale up, I want to extend service from US now, I want to extend to Asia, I want to extend to Australia, I want to go to Middle East, to Europe. Okay, before now, what that means is you have to apply to embassies of the country in any of these continents you are going to. If they grant you, you go to find a suitable location within an economically viable city and all those plenty things. But again, from the comfort of your room, you just need to switch region on any of the cloud platform you are using. Basically, the top cloud platforms, AWS and Azure. Switch region, launch your servers, and then do it proper adverts, and then your customers or your clients in those countries can begin to enjoy your service. So what we are saying is cloud has made possibilities endless, especially when it comes to IT. Now, these infrastructures in cloud, many of them are built around Linux operating system. Is another reason why we are learning Linux operating system. Are we together, class? Hello, are we
Yes.
together?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's get back to the file. We've talked about enterprise network. Network infrastructure refers to all the resources of a network that makes networking possible. Basically, it's in three, which is the networking hardware, the ones you can see and touch, the networking software, the ones that you know they are running, like the operating system on your computer, on your phone, on your tablet, in your office, and network services like satellite, IP addressing protocol. Let's touch on networking hardware. When I say, tell me what networking hardware, I think all of us will know your computer, either the desktop or the laptop, or even your phone. Okay, routers. Remember I told you if a device within a network needs to communicate with a device in another network, then you need what you call a router. So what does router does? It helps devices on the network to connect multiple networks together. So if the connection is between networks, you need a router. But if it is within the network, you need a switch. Okay, let me quickly show us the place of the two. You see that it is within this network here that we are using this switch. This is a switch. But if it comes to connection between New York network and Los Angeles network, then we need a what? A router. Okay. And thank God for virtualization these days, made available by cloud. All of these things cannot be virtualized. All right. LAN card, wireless access points, LAN cable. The cable you plug to your computer at work or when you go to cybercaf those days. This is what we are talking about here because it is physical. You can touch it, you can see it. It is also a networking infrastructure, hardware networking infrastructure. All right. Networking software, your operating system, your antivirus firewall, those are also networking components, howbeit they are softwares. You do not see them, you do not touch them, but you know that they are working, they are operational. All right. Okay. Virtualization is the process of running a virtual instance of a computer system in a layer abstracted from the actual hardware. Okay. A Mac OS, a MacBook will run on Mac OS, and it is not possible for you to also run Windows or Linux on that Mac OS. But thanks to technology like virtualization, I can install a type 2 hypervisor on any operating system. And then on that type 2 hypervisor, I can run virtual computers that will behave exact same way as a physical computer would have behaved. And those virtual computers can be on any operating system of my choice. So now I can have a MacBook that I have installed a type 2 hypervisor like Oracle VirtualBox on it. And with the Oracle VirtualBox, I can run a virtual machine that will run on Windows, that will run on Linux on that MacBook. And those virtual machines will behave, or they will be as functional as how a physical laptop running on Windows or Linux will behave. That's the power of technology. So because engineer Akin does not want us to waste time on Oracle VirtualBox, I would have shown us, but if time permits us, I might still show us a type 2 hypervisor. Okay, if it's just showing us, that's not a problem. I think I can just show you right away. Where's my Oracle VirtualBox? All right, so far, any questions? Like I said, we are not here to begin to bore you. This is probably the only class where we'll be talking so much. Subsequent classes, we'll go ahead and begin to learn immediately. Any questions, please?
None for me.
No.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said no questions.
All
Continue.
right. All right. So I'll leave you to read the rest of this. If you're unclear about anyone, please come to our WhatsApp and then let me know. I'll be ready to explain to you so we can move quickly. My virtual box is ready. I just want to show you quickly so we can get back into Linux. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
This is Oracle VirtualBox. My computer is HP ProBook, so you know it is running on Windows, but I've installed a Type 2 hypervisor, specifically Oracle VirtualBox. There are other kind of Type 2 hypervisor. You have the VMware that is owned by Microsoft. Okay. With this now, I can come here and say new. I'm just showing you this, please. Don't think it's part of class. And I say one name, let it be Femi server 1. And what kind of machine will it be? Will it run on Linux or Microsoft or Mac OS or IBM? All right. I want it to run on Linux. What kind of Linux? I want it to run on CentOS. These are the different distributions of Linux, which I will explain just after now. Okay. I should see CentOS. Okay, let me just pick this. And if I say next, so the virtual machine, which is your virtual computer, will take its resources from the host computer. The host computer is the physical machine on which you have installed this Type 2 hypervisor, Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, so if I just say next to all of this, I have created a virtual machine. If I install Linux on this now and I start it, I'm able to run this machine on my screen exactly as though I have a second computer running on Linux. I can decide to say it will run on Mac OS. If I install Mac OS on it, I'm able to run and I start it. I'm able to run this virtual machine as though I have a MacBook. The same thing the MacBook will do, this we do. All right, that is the power of technology, especially virtualization technology. So let's get back to here. So this is why we are here, to learn Linux as a foundational course. It's an open source operating system. So when you hear open source, it means that it is not patented by anybody. Nobody's laying claim to it. It is free for all. Okay, closed source means you cannot do whatever you like with it. You have to go through the body that regulates it. So Linux is an open source, originally conceived by Linus Torvald and all of that. I'm not going to bore you. A Linux system is divided into 3 parts. The hardware, which is the one you can see and you can touch the computer. The Linux kernel, which is the central component of any operating system, the kernel. Okay. It is the bridge between the applications running on your computer and these 3 entities, your central processing unit, your memory, which is your RAM, your devices like your mouse, like your keyboard, like your speaker, all of that. What enables these applications to communicate with these entities here is your Linux kernel, or if it is Windows, your Windows kernel. Okay. And then the third one, the user space. Okay, the interface where you are able to type or put in commands. There are basically two interfaces: graphic user interface and command line interface. I'll say that again. Graphics user interface, GUI, command line interface, CLI. The interface you see on your Windows, that is your graphics user interface, where you have diagrams, you have pictures, you can click, you can drag, you can copy, you can paste, you can check a checkbox, you can drop down, you can search, do all of this is a graphics user interface. But there is the command line interface, whereby it is basically input output. Put in a command, it prints the command for you or gives you the feedback about the command. Linux is basically or primarily a command line operating system. So when we get into our Linux environment, what you will see is a black screen where we are going to be using learning one or two commands. All right. Any questions?
No.
No.
All right. So how many interfaces do we have?
2.
What and
So
what?
DLI,
And what, sir?
Command prompt.
Command prompt is your CLI. That's where you can use a command. But what's the interface called?
We
Oh,
have graphic user interface, and then we
Thank
have
you.
command line interface.
Beautiful. Command line interface. All right. The Linux operating system is an open source operating system. True or false?
True.
All right. Let's move on. Linux distributions. You see experienced IT call them Linux distro. When you hear Linux distro, it's the same as Linux distribution. It just means different types of Linux. Remember, it's an open source operating system. So what some individuals or companies has done is they take it, tweak it, and call it their own version. Okay, so the different kinds we have is what we call Linux distributions. There are more than 600 distros of Linux, but these are the popular ones, okay, based on their acceptability on your screen. Red Hat, Enterprise Linux, CentOS, Fedora, Debian, OpenSUSE, Linux Mint, Amazon Linux, okay? These are popular ones and like the most versatile ones, all right? Now, just as you have different distributions, also called distros of Linux, they have specific package managers. So a simple analogy would be something like cars, all right? Just as we have Mercedes, you have Mazda, you have Toyota, you have BMW, you have GMC, you have Lincoln, you have Jaguar. These distributions of cars, these car distros, they have specific auto shops they must go to if they need to get things done. You need to fix the tire. You need to do a general diagnosis. You need to change brake pad. You need to do servicing. You want to do an upgrade from a previous year to a later year. You will drive that car into their specific auto shop. You're not going to drive Toyota into the shop where they repair and maintain Mercedes. The same thing is what you're seeing here as package managers. These distributions, they are being managed by different packages, but there are two basic package managers, the Red Hat package manager and the Debian package manager. Okay. For the Red Hat package manager, anytime you need to do an installation, the installer is called YUM, Y-U-M. For Debian package manager, anytime you do an install, you need to do an installation, the installer is apt. Old distributions uses apt-get, but newer ones now apt. All of these things, we're going to see how to use them in practical. Okay, so Red Hat and CentOS, Fedora and OpenSUSE, they are all being managed by RPM, Red Hat Package Manager. Debian, Ubuntu, Linux Mint are being managed by Debian Package Manager .deb. Right. So let us get into practical. The first thing we're going to do is to set up AWS accounts. Is there anyone in class that already have an AWS account? Because we're going to be using the Linux in AWS, that's Amazon Linux. Okay, we also have access to other distributions of Linux on AWS. So it makes sense that we do not waste time on Oracle VirtualBox. Let's just go into cloud immediately.
All right.
So is anyone in this class that have an AWS account?
I had one, but I deactivated it. It's been a while.
Okay, so if it is more than a year, I would not even encourage you to continue with it because
Yeah.
the free tier
Yeah.
on it would have gone. Okay,
Yeah.
so who is connecting to this meeting via his or her computer? I would like to make you a co-host so you can share your screen. So it's going to be my voice and the person's screen, and the rest of us can follow. The reason why I'm doing that is I already have AWS accounts. There's no way I can begin to show you how to sign up with AWS. Don't be
I'm using my
shy.
laptop.
Okay, so Ms. Toyin, I'm making you a host right away. Can you please share your screen?
Okay. 1 second, please.
No problem. So the rest of us, get your screen ready because it will make sense that we all create AWS accounts together.
It says you cannot start sharing your screen.
Okay, I've stopped sharing. Please share your screen now.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yep. Wow. This is spectacular artwork. Okay, please
Thank
go
you.
to your browser, go to Google and type sign up with AWS, or just type AWS sign up. Can you maximize this?
1 second. AWS.
Sign up. Create accounts. Are we all following, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Is everybody following? I had just 2 persons.
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
All right, so please click on create an AWS account. Top right corner. Create an AWS account. So put your root user email address.
Is that my Gmail address? I don't understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Or if it is Yahoo or if it is Hotmail, just put a valid email address.
Mhm.
Okay, what name do you want to be displayed on your profile? On my profile, I put on Kwobafemi, put as you would want the name to be displayed. Okay, so the next thing is verify email address. They're going to send a code to that email address.
Okay.
The rest of us, is this what we are doing? Let me know if you have any challenge. This is not the class to be shy. This is not the class to consider shame. This is the class to come as you are. And if you have any challenge, please come forward. Don't wait to go and watch class video. Any challenge you have, please state it in this class. We are here to learn. Have you received the verification code?
I didn't know I had one already, so I'm going to use another.
Okay, Gmail, please go ahead.
Yeah, mine is also saying that I already have AWS account.
That
Should
means you
I
have to
sign up
change.
with that? Would that still be free for me?
Is it up to a year?
I'm not sure when I created this.
So just go and find another email account and create a new
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. This month alone, I'm owing AWS. You know, I'm not a debtor. I'll pay AWS at the end of this month. As of today, I'm going to pay them up to $17 or less than that. I'll show you.
I don't
I've-
know where to go from here.
No, click on, see, create a new AWS account
It's
or
not
sign up. Click on that sign up, yeah?
sign up.
Look at create a new AWS account.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
It keeps bringing me back here.
Say not you. Look at where you have your, yes. So you're going to have a free tier for 1 full year, but you may be charged if you go beyond the limit of the free tier. I'm going to be guiding us. Mr. Lewis Fong is a Cameroonian that lives in, I think, Michigan. He left an infrastructure on his AWS account, NAT Gateway, since December last year that we have that he has trained with us. He has left it on, and they've been charging him roughly $60 per month.
Let me go to, I don't know.
I just got to know yesterday morning because he wanted me to do 1 or 2 things with him. And I said, why? He doesn't know. And are you comfortable paying them $60? I said, well, what will you do? So we appealed. And 2 hours later, they refunded 60 times 3, $180 back to his credit card. But he's lucky. You might not be lucky. So the moral of my story is stay within the limits. Do not color outside the line. Are we together?
Yes.
All right. Who has passed this stage?
I am still stuck. I'm still trying to find the sign up page.
Okay. Go to
Yeah.
AWS. Go to Google, type AWS sign up.
Okay.
Please hold on, Miss Toyin. This part you are, click on check personal. Have you seen personal? How do you plan to use AWS?
Okay.
Personal. Okay, so at this point, to protect your privacy, unshare your screen. When you feel, can you scroll up? Is this where they're asking for credit card? Can you scroll down rather?
Yes.
Okay, the next,
No, the next one.
yeah. So fill this part, and then the next one, when you filled those two parts, you can then share your screen again.
Okay.
So unshare your screen now to protect your
I
privacy.
actually
Because
don't know how to unshare. How do I? Okay,
this
stop
class
sharing.
is recorded. Yeah, just stop sharing. Okay, so the person who hasn't located the page
I have
where
now.
to sign up, you have now.
Yes, I'm doing
All
that
right.
now.
All right. So just go ahead and fill that gradually. They're gonna charge you $1. It's
So
temporary.
choose, I'm sorry, Mr.
Obafemi.
Obafemi. So choose personal instead of business.
Yes, sir. If you choose business, you will not have access to some free tiers. They will
Okay.
believe you're using it for profit. They will not give you
Okay.
access to some infrastructures.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's important that everybody do this as we are doing it right now. So in case you have any challenge, we can address it together. Please let me know if you have any challenge. Once you've passed the stage where you input your credit card details, please share your screen. I just don't want that part to be captured within this record.
I'm
Right.
currently sharing my screen now.
All right. So confirm identity, text, SMS, put your
Number.
is that V or Y? Just refresh. Click on the refresh.
Okay, because I was confused also. Is this a is that NA?
NG7B. No,
Okay.
that's a G. NG7B5G.
7B 5J 5J. G, not J. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 2, 3.
Please let me know if you have any challenge, please. Basic support free. Yep. Complete sign up. And that's it. Please go to your management console. Congratulations. So put in your root email. Who has been able to complete their sign up as well?
Just waiting for the verification code.
I have completed mine.
So you said we should select the basic support free, right?
Yes, I think that was what you said.
Thank you.
So who else is done? MB, please talk
I'm
to
done.
me.
I'm done.
Mr. Aziz, you're done, right?
I'm where we are right now.
You're what?
I'm where we are right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
yes, I'm good. Mr. Bar is good.
all right. Everyone is on their management console, right?
Yes.
Who is not here? Let's know before we move on so we don't leave anybody behind.
Do I have to log in again after
Yes.
I see the, okay.
Yes, you have to log in with the email and the
So I
password.
go back to my email.
No, click on
Okay.
go to your AWS management
Management
console.
console.
Yep.
Okay. And it is asking for my IAM user name.
No, sign in as root. You should see where it's asking for your root email.
Sign in using root user email. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and
my
then put a
password.
password as well.
Okay. I mean,
Right. So let me also sign in. All right. I think I want to go to my dashboard. No, management console rather.
Quick question, Mr. Obafemi.
Please go ahead, sir.
So we are on our console home on add widgets. What do you want us to specifically add for right now?
Nothing yet, sir. Just
Okay.
let me get there, then I'll communicate what's next.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right, so this is where everybody is. Console home. Meanwhile, you do not have anything here. Because you've not visited anything, here is free. Now, AWS is the foremost cloud computing platform. In fact, they brought the idea of cloud computing, right? And then every other person after them tried to follow in their footpath. For now, please listen carefully. For now, we are not learning AWS. That's going to be the next module. What we want to learn is Linux server administration. However, the faculty lead wants us to introduce trainees to cloud from the first day. And that's why we are coming into AWS so we can use the Linux virtual machines in AWS cloud or on AWS cloud platform. So there are numerous services of what AWS can do. If you click on services, you will see all of this. And each of these headings have services under them: analytics, application integration, AWS cost management, blockchain, all of this. I would not bore you or bother to explain any of these things, because when we get into AWS, we're going to use AWS time to explain them. We'll just go directly to where we want to use Linux. Is that okay?
Yes, okay.
Yes.
All right. So when we get into AWS, we'll be explaining all of these things we are saying, what this is, what this is, what this is, all of this, what they are. All right. But for now, what we want to do is let's go and learn Linux. Okay. So if you click on services, it is at the top left corner of your AWS console. Services, you come to compute here. You see compute, click on compute. You're going to see a lot of compute services. The one of interest is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. It has virtual servers in cloud under it. Has everybody seen it? EC2.
No.
Have you seen services?
Yes.
Click on compute on services. When you click on compute, some other services will show towards the right. Then you will see AWS App Runner, Batch, EC2. EC2 is where we are going.
My services is showing recently visited, favorites, and all services.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Just that three.
Oh, yes, I can see it now. Compute.
All right. So when you get to compute, you see EC2. You will see a star icon before EC2. That star icon is, if you click on it, it means I want to make this EC2 service a bookmark on my bookmark bar. So if you click on that star icon, you will see a bookmark bar showing on your console like mine. And the only service you have there is EC2. Who is able to do that?
Done, yeah.
If you're unable
Got
to
it
do that,
done.
all right. So now click on EC2 now on your bookmark bar, or click on it from where I showed you earlier. If you click on it, it is taking you to your EC2 dashboard. It is taking you to your EC2 dashboard. Let me know when you get to your EC2 dashboard, please.
I'm there.
All right.
Same.
Miss Ura, Miss Titi, Miss, is it Titi now? No. Toyin.
I'm there.
All right. Miss Ura, are you there? Let me know, please.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Please confirm that you are working from the North Virginia region, everyone. What you have at the top right corner after your name or before your name, is it North Virginia or Ohio or whatever? What do you have there?
Mine is showing Ohio.
If it
Yeah,
is
mine
not,
too.
Showing Stockholm.
And if you're in
Okay.
Stockholm,
So please drop down, click on the arrow beside it, drop down and click on US East North Virginia. Have you done that? Let
Done.
us work from the North Virginia region. Okay, you will see other
Yes.
regions here. Like I said, when we get into AWS, we're going to use AWS time to explain all of that. Are we together?
yes.
All right, so we are here. On your dashboard, everything here should be reading 0, except your
Security groups.
security group, which is reading 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to launch an instance. An instance is what AWS calls their own virtual machine. Okay. And the instance we want to launch will be running on Linux operating system. These instances, they can run on any operating system as long as they are available on the AWS platform. You will see it shortly that it can run on Mac OS, it can run on Windows OS, it can run on Solaris, it can even run on pre-configured applications. But because what we want to learn is Linux, the one we're going to launch is going to be Linux. So everybody, please click on instance running. No, please, hold on. That's not it. Launch instance. Have you seen launch instance?
Yes.
Click on launch instance. It should take you to the launch instance wizard if you've seen launch instance. Let me know if you are here, please.
I'm here.
Right here.
Me too.
All right, so what name do you want to call this your computer? I'm going to call my own class server. That's what I'm calling my own. Again, I know you're curious to know what all of these things are, right? Even right from that, your dashboard, I know you're curious to know what security groups are, Elastic IP, key pair, all of that. And I truly want to explain them to you. However, this is Linux, this is not AWS. So please be patient. Some I will explain now because it is pertinent for me to do so. However, others I will not until we get to AWS. So we can work within the time we have. So give a name to your instance, scroll down, and where you have application and OS images, Amazon machine image. Okay, this is where you're going to select which operating system will the instance you are about to launch which operating system will it run on? Is it Amazon Linux? Remember I showed you that Amazon Linux is a distribution of Linux that is under the RPM, the same thing as your Red Hat, if you remember from the PDF file. This is Ubuntu, is also a distribution of Linux, but this one is under the Debian package manager. This is SUSE, okay? This is Debian itself. There are many images here, which I will not bore us now. See, 1,000, more than 1,000, okay? But for the sake of this training, only 2 operating systems we are concentrating on. Amazon Linux, the one under the Red Hat package manager, and Ubuntu, the one under the Debian package manager. If you have learned one of the distributions, you have learned all, except for minor differences. And I'll be showing us that minor differences in this class. I just need you to be attentive and to ask questions at any time you want to. There will not be stupid question in this class. All questions are valid. So please don't assume it is a stupid question. Go ahead and ask. So for now, let us start with Amazon Linux, the one that is under the Red Hat package manager. So click on Amazon Linux. You are going to see Amazon Linux 2023 AMI free tier eligible. Click on the arrow there, drop down. You will also see Amazon Linux 2 AMI free tier eligible. That's the one we're going to be using. The 2023 Amazon Linux is not stable yet. I've been trying to work around it for the past many weeks. It's not accepting some commands, so I assume it's not stable. I actually found out on Stack Overflow that it is not stable. Stack Overflow is the largest online community for ITs. I hope you know.
No, I don't.
Okay, now you know. So,
Quick question, sorry. Using a Mac, does it matter if I use the Amazon Linux or Mac OS?
this is internet, yes. So whatever happens on AWS platform is not affected by your system's operating system.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Any other question? So has everyone dropped down to Amazon Linux 2?
Yes.
Please let me know if you are not following, please. It doesn't matter how far behind you are, let me know. Because I know once we get this first stage straight now, subsequent classes, I'll just say everybody set up your EC2 instance and let's start work. Okay, and all of these that is taking us time to do, it's because it's our first time. By the time you do it second, third time, you'll be able to close your eyes and launch an instance, at least for now. All right, so instance type now, leave it at T2 micro. There are many instance type if you drop down the arrow, but if you go click any other one apart from free tier eligible, then you probably might be owing AWS at the end of the month. So please leave it at free tier eligible. Key pair is like a security feature on your server that you're about to launch. Right now, you do not have any key pair. If you drop down, if you click on this arrow, you will not find any key pair. I have 2 key pairs here. But for you, you're going to be creating new key pair. But before you create, please listen to me. Common pitfall that new trainees do is each time they want to launch an instance, they're always creating new key pairs. So by the time they have launched and terminated 10 instances, they have 10 key pairs. And whenever they want to SSH into their server, they get confused. Which of the key pair have they used? And then they will now be ringing my line at very funny hours instead of waiting on the WhatsApp group. So to avoid that, I need you to please listen carefully. For the entirety of this training, one key pair is enough for you. And that's the one you're about to create now. Subsequent times when you need to launch an instance, when you get to key pair, just drop down this and select the one you have created. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I hope we will still not come and experience such. So please click on create new key pair. Enter the name you want to give your key pair. Let me call my own class hyphen. Let me use lowercase or true. It doesn't matter. It's a custom name. Give it what is suitable or what you like. Class hyphen KP. Leave every other thing. Okay, so that one exists. So let me say, let me call it US class hyphen KP. Leave every other thing and click on create key pair. If you click on create key pair, it will automatically download it to your download folder or wherever you set your browser to be downloading stuff. Let me know if that's what you experience.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Do you need me to repeat that? Anyone? Do you need me to repeat that? Please let me know if you need me to repeat that.
No.
All right, so if we've all created key pair and it has downloaded, let's move on. Security group is like the firewall. It's not like it's like, it is the firewall around your server. It determines what network or what traffic comes in or what traffic goes out. Just as it is for key pair, one security group will be sufficient for you. There is the default security group, but we will not be using that one. Okay. So what I'm saying now is the security group you want to create now is sufficient for you for the entirety of this training. Do not create security group every time you are launching instance. The one you create now is enough. So anytime you need to launch an instance, just come and check, select existing security group, drop down security groups, and then select the one you have. I have more than one here because I do other things. Remember, I'm a DevOps engineer. I have security group for different applications. All right, but for you, you should have just 2 security groups here at the end of this class today. The default one and the one you're about to create now. So I'm going back to create security group. Let's go and create a security group. See network settings. Click on edit. Click on edit. We are supposed to have gone for our 10-minute break, but I want to ensure we finish this part before we go. If you've clicked on edit, if you scroll down, where you have create security group, just below it, you're going to see security group name. What name do you want to give your security group? I can decide to give it class-SG or whatever name you think you want to give it. Okay. Under description, I can decide to give it for class practice or whatever name you want to give it. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together? Let me know. It doesn't matter how far behind you are. Please let me know. I'm repeating this. Please, this is a live class. This is not a class where we fine-tune things. Okay, you will see it just the way we are doing it. So let me know if you have any challenge.
Excuse me, I think I'm lost.
All right.
At the create create key pair.
Okay.
When I clicked on it, it didn't give me any option to create key pair. I didn't see create key pair button.
You didn't see this button, create key pair?
No. After I clicked on that and it took me to the other page, I didn't see this one highlighted
This one?
in orange, create key pair. Yes.
No, you may have to scroll down. You must see it.
Okay. Let me try and
you probably hold down Control on your keyboard.
Yeah.
And scroll down from your mouse if you are using an external mouse to reduce your screen, or you hold down Control and press minus sign on your keyboard.
Okay, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, beautiful.
So, okay, yeah, I've created it.
And has it downloaded?
Yes, it has.
Beautiful. I'm glad you were not ashamed to call us back. All right, so let's continue. Come to network settings here. Click on the advanced or the edit settings.
Okay.
Create security group. Put the name of the security group you want to call it. I'm calling my own class-SG, meaning security group. For class practice, that's the description. I want to give my own. Leave every other thing as it is. There is only one security group rule that is there, that is SSH, pointing to anywhere, and the CIDR is 0. Leave every other thing. The only two things you're doing here is name of the security group and the description.
Okay. So, am I supposed to change the description too?
If you want to leave it as it is, no problem. But I changed mine to for class practice. You can leave it as what it is there.
Okay.
All right. So when you're done, there are other things here that I would have loved to explain. But like I said, this is not AWS class. And they are not useful information for now. When we get into AWS, if I'm the one taking it, I will explain all of that. So when you're done, please click on Launch Instance. Click on Launch Instance. Okay. I need to select my own item keep here. Click on Launch Instance and let me know if your instance launched successfully.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes, successfully launched.
Good to go.
Beautiful. What you have just done now, 30 years ago, you would have spent a great deal of money to have an instance in your office, to have a server in your office. All right. So if you have learned successfully, either you click on this instance ID here, or you click on this instance here, or you see these 3 horizontal lines, click on it and come and click on instances. Whichever one you click on, it will take you to the same place. So if you click on instances, you should see your server and it should tell you running. But if you click on the ID, it will take you to the particular instance you've launched directly. Whichever one you click on, it's okay. So if this is where it brings you, again, you can now click on the ID of the instance. Hello, class, any question?
No, they're together.
Not for me.
All right.
Good to go.
Ladies, any question, please?
All set.
Thank you. So this is where we are going to click on connect. Can you see connect? You have a refresh icon, connect instance state and actions. Click on connect. And then you see under EC2 instance connect, you will see your instance ID, you will see your public IP address, and you see the default username EC2-user. If that's what you see, let's move on. Click on connect again. This connect this time around will open a new tab on your browser, and it will take you to the back end of your server. The back end of your server is where you can now begin to put in your command and all of that. This is the back end of your server. Is anybody in this class that fears black screen?
Wow.
Can I prophesy to you? Fear no more. You are in the right place. All your fear about black screen is about to fizzle out. You now wonder, why have you feared all this while? I'll tell you the story of Mr. Sam Adewale. Mr. Sam Adewale is a Nigerian. He read computer science in FUTA, Akure, and then he got scholarship, moved to US to study masters. Then they started teaching coding. He ran, ditched the masters. He was broke, started doing Uber, and he was making money, and he was quite happy. And probably thought he has arrived. He got married, started living life. Uber is doing well, statuses are moving. And then boom, 2020, COVID struck. And all of us started sitting at home, washing hands, either we eat or not. And then things went down because everybody was at home. No Uber was working. Then he remembered, oh, I had a degree. Okay, so before COVID, his brother, by his magnanimity, entered US as well. His brother is into tech, and his brother is doing well. These were the words Mr. Sam Adewale said to me. Femi, I can never blow money the way my younger brother is blowing money. Despite that I got to this country before him. I say, why? Say, this guy is making good money. Tech. I say, that was when he remembered he also studied computer science. One way or another, he got to know about ITern, and then he was in my class, and that was how we met. After 4 months of training together, he wrote his AWS certification, he passed, and then his first job was to put him on a boot camp, 90,000 USD PA. He thought it was small because his expectations were high. His wife said, so you've been in this house throughout COVID, you didn't make $1. You saw a boot camp, a job that puts you on a boot camp at 90. Did I say 90? 50,000, 50K. You didn't take it. And the job requires him to relocate from New York to Atlanta. So he agreed with his wife, he moved. 2 months into the boot camp, they realized that he knew way more than they thought he knew. So where did you train? He said the ITern. Say, no, you are not fit to be here. You're supposed to be on the job directly, giving you small projects. So they terminated his boot camp and then put him on the job directly. They were giving him small projects he was doing. 6 months on that job, he got another one. So he ditched that one, and this one was giving him 90,000. From 50, he moved to 90,000. He relocated back to his family in New York. While on that one, he got another one with Apple as SRE engineers, Site Reliability Engineer, remotely. So he ditched the one of 90,000, took the one of 120. While on 120, you got another one with this, is it audit firm, MASH or something in US? Anybody heard of that before? Is like a finance house or audit or whatever, MASH or whatever. If I check my chart, I'm gonna see the name of the company. So Mr. Sam Adewale works now 2 jobs together, one as a DevOps engineer, the other as an SRE engineer, closing up to 250,000 per annum. And this was how we started, a very humble beginning. Why did I remember his story? He dreaded command line interface. The moment he sees it, he said, Mr. Wafemi, it's just like masquerade is chasing him. That's why I ask, is anybody here who is afraid of command line interface? I'm about to deliver you. All right, so are we all here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
now it will be easy for us to work from an interface where no other thing is going to be interfering with our server. But you know, this is a browser you are using. Either you are using Safari from your MacBook, or you are using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Opera from your Windows, whichever browser you are using. You probably may have 10 other tabs opened on this browser. On my own, currently, I have just 2 tabs. Okay, you might have 10 other ones. Okay, and you don't want to close them for a reason. So I'm introducing you to what we call SSH agents. If you have watched Indian classes, they like to SSH into their server. The moment they launch a server, the next thing they are doing is they're either using PuTTY or Termios or mobile exterm to SSH into their server. That's because SSH agents are stable, and that's what they are solely for. Okay, but here, if I begin to work from here now, you realize that I will have to be refreshing this tab severally. Okay, because this browser is not strong enough to body this interface. So what we are learning next after our 10-minute break is we are coming to Google. I will show you how to download 2 SSH agents, mobile exterm and Termios. Mobile exterm will only work on Windows. Termios will work on any operating system, Windows, if you're using MacBook, or if you're using Linux. All right. So let's take 10 minutes ergonomics break. Please stand up, stretch, walk around, take water if you need to. We'll come back in 10 minutes time and continue. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes, that's fine.
You want to ask a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. How did you get to the command line?
Okay. Hold
I'm
on.
using one screen, so by the time I maximize again.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. From here, are you here? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. EC2. Is it the EC2 dashboard?
Are you on your dashboard?
Yeah, I'm where it's showing that it's running.
Click
It's
on
showing
the
the
instance ID.
status.
Click on the instance ID.
That's under
Instance ID, it's a blue alphanumeric stuff
okay,
like
yes.
that.
Yeah.
Have you clicked on it?
Yes, I have.
Did you see connect at the top right hand side, connect instance state actions.
Yes.
Click on connect.
Okay.
You should see another connect in, is that amber
Yeah.
now?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen
Okay,
the
I'm
app?
there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you too, ma'am. So let's take our break. So instead of using this place as our command line interface, let's go download mobile exterm and Termius, and then that's what we're going to be using. Again, I have these two on my own system, so there's no way I can download two. So I'm still gonna make someone a host, and then we'll follow the person's screen. It's gonna be my voice, and then another person's screen. Who's gonna help us this time? Miss Tony, are you available again?
Oh, I can go.
All right, MB, you are the host.
Okay.
Please share your screen, sir.
Um, all right.
All right, so on Google, please type download mobile exterm.
Mobile.
No, mobile MOBA space exterm.
Okay.
Look at it. Yep. Is everybody following this?
Yes.
All right, so click on the first link. Yep. Can you scroll down? Scroll down properly. Let me see. Okay, scroll back up. Oh, look at download. Can you see download on your top menu bar?
I just see features.
Home, demo, features. Okay, you have to minimize your Zoom dashboard. That's why you're not able to see it. No, not this screen. Maximize this screen, please, so we can see. Okay, from experience, I know. Oh, yeah, that's it. Is everybody able to see download? Okay, so the free edition, scroll down. Download now. Hold on, are we going too far? Is anybody behind? Okay, so the installer edition, that's the one we're going to download. Let's try that one first. Installer edition. Click on the installer edition. The download should start about 28.5. Okay. Now go to your system file explorer. Go to your system file explorer, go to download folder, click on download folder. Okay, hold on now. Let's get feedback from the rest. Who is behind? Who is lost? Let us know. Let us know if you are behind. Let us know if you are lost, please. Okay, we are good to go. So, oh yeah, close this. So the mobile exterm installer, that's what you are seeing in your download folder. Right click on it and extract all. because it is a zipped folder. Okay, extract now.
Okay, make sure to save it on the
Yes,
download.
yes, that same path. It has extracted and it has opened the normal folder automatically.
Mhm.
Now click on the executable file, the second one. Double click and run it. Next. Accept. Next. Next. Install. If you're having any challenge, please go ahead and share your screen and let's see. Are you having any challenge? Let us know. That's it, we're done, finish. So go to your desktop and start mobile extern.
It's not letting me open it on Apple on my Mac.
Yeah, I said it, sir, that mobile extern will not work on Mac. So just hold on for
Okay.
Temios. When we get to Temios, you will surely shine. So if your mobile extern is running, let us know. The Mac OS people, just be patient. We'll get to you. Cancel this.
Okay. Don't give it a access because I do have a firewall.
Just cancel. Doesn't matter, just cancel. Can you maximize this screen?
Sure.
So what we want to do now is we want to SSH into the live server we have
Sorry
on
for cutting in.
AWS.
I don't think I installed it right, or I'm not even sure.
Okay, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can.
Go ahead and share your screen, please.
Okay. I don't know if I did the right thing, but
Share your screen. I will appreciate if you have challenge and you let us know early so that we'll take it out immediately. You already installed it. Look at it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's installing.
So I just have to wait for this to complete and I'm good.
Yes, just wait for this.
Okay. All right.
Who else has installed successfully?
I have.
Did you extract this thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
All set?
Yes.
Or
All
do I
set.
allow access?
Just cancel.
Cancel.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
let's continue from here. Maximize this screen. Let everybody follow up from here.
All right.
Are we all set? I only know of 3 persons that is set: Mr. Charles, Mr. Assis, and Miss.
Set. Charles is not set. I mean, you
Oh,
said I should
Mr.
hold.
Charles is the one on macOS.
Yes.
Oh, please hold on. When we get to Temios,
Okay.
we shall call you. So let's SSH into our live session. Do you see the second row after your menu bar? Session, servers, tools, games. Click on session. The first session. All right. Then a window will pop up. Click on SSH. SSH means secured shell. It is used to remotely access a server. You see where you have remote host, go and copy the public IP address of that server in AWS and come and paste it here. Go to your AWS management console, copy the public IP address of the server, paste it there. No, hold
How do
on,
I
hold
get
on,
there
hold
again?
on, hold on. Look at your first tab. Look at the first tab on this browser.
Yeah, of this.
Yes. Look at your public IP address. Use that
Okay.
copy icon. Beautiful. So go to your mobile extam and paste it. All right, has everyone done this except for Mr. Charles or any other person using macOS? Specify username, check the box, please. Okay, go to the same place where you copied your IP address. You will see the username on that server there. And you see EC2 user. It may not allow you to copy, just look at it and go and type it with your hand.
Okay, EC2 user.
EC2 dash user, everything together. It's the same for everybody, EC2 user. EC2 dash user. Right, you see where you see port 22. That is the port for SSH. Is a common interview question. What is the port for SSH 22? What is the port for HTTP? 80, port 80, hypertext transfer protocol. What is the port for HTTPS? 443. All these things, you don't have to cram it. The more you work and practice, they will stick. All right, who is behind? Let us know before we move on. You are not on this
Okay.
screen.
I don't know where to copy the remote host. I'm on the EC2 instance connect. I can see the black screen. So
Okay,
where
no,
will
go to your Miss Tony, go to your management console. Let's show Miss Wura where to copy.
The IP address. Yeah.
Yes, can you see?
Okay, so can I go back to my EC2 so that I can go out of the command prompt?
No, see where you have your command prompt is a tab. Go to the tab before it on your browser. If you go to the tab before it on your browser, you
I
should be
think
able to
I've
see this
closed it.
screen.
I think I closed
You've closed it. Oh, sorry. Then go to your EC2 dashboard.
Okay.
Miss Tony, go to your EC2. You see that three horizontal lines. Click on it.
Oh, on here.
Yes, that three horizontal lines. Yeah. Click on it. See dashboard. Click on your EC2 dashboard. Instances running. Yep. If you scroll to the right, use that scroll bar to the right, drag to the right. Look at your IP address. Have you seen it? It's there.
Okay, yeah.
So, Ms. Vura, do you see that?
Yes, I have.
Please copy and go and put in your. Let's go to your mobile extam now. Mr. Charles, please be patient with us. We'll be with you shortly. Is everybody here? Are we good to go?
Yes.
Put your mobile, your public IP address, check specify username, enter EC2-user. Now click on advanced SSH settings. Advanced SSH settings and check use private key. Use private key, please check that. When you have checked that, you will see a paper icon in front of the input pane. You see that input pane in front of use private key. See that paper icon? Yes. Just hold on. Let everybody be there. If you are there, let us know so we can move on.
I'm done.
All right. The only person who is allowed to watch right now is Mr. Charles. Every other person should be doing what we are doing. There may be KV. I don't know who KV is. I'm not sure if he or she is able to follow. But the good thing is this class is being recorded. You can always play back. All right, now, Ms. Toyin, let's go. Click on the paper icon. It will take you to your local drive. Remember the key pair that you downloaded. Go to your download folder. Beautiful. The download folder. Look at your key pair, bb.pem. Double click it. Okay. If you've double clicked it, it should show inside that input pane. Do you want to add paparazzi? You want to give the session a name? Okay, let's go to bookmark settings now. Normally we are done here, but if you want to give your session a name, look at under bookmark settings tab. You will see session name. Do you want to give it a special name? You can remove what is there and give it a name if you want to. Okay, if you are done, say okay. Click on okay. Do not show this message again, accept. The people in this class are sabi. This thing we are doing so smooth like this. Some other, I'm serious. In some other classes, I wish I could tell people to go and first learn how to use computer before they come.
That's facts.
All right,
Well,
so is
that means,
everybody in?
yeah, quick question. That means, Mr. Obafemi, that means you're going to teach us more extra stuff, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We are here to learn a lot of things, yeah.
All right.
It's showing me server refused our key, no supported authentication method available.
Did you click on the right key?
I downloaded only one key.
So do you want to share your screen and let's see?
Sure.
Please share your screen.
Okay, I think she has to stop sharing. I can share. So this is my screen.
Okay, double click on that first class, right click on it. Under sessions.
Here?
No, towards the left-hand side, where you have first class. Your session.
This
Not that one, towards the
this
left-hand side.
left.
Your left-hand side, where you have the white.
That's the white screen.
Oh,
You are going
where?
towards right.
On the white screen on the left.
Where? Which screen are you talking about? Are you talking about this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
left-hand side, isn't it? Right
Yeah.
click.
Top left.
Right
of the-
click.
Yeah.
Edit session. Let everybody learn from here in case you need to edit your session, please. All right. Look at your username. You put Wura. Who says
Okay.
Wura is the username?
Is the username from the...
Yes, EC2 user. Do you know where we
Okay.
get it from?
No, I
So
thought
go
that
to
it
your
would just be a default any name.
not at all, ma'am. So go to your
So EC2-user.
yes.
Okay, is it just any name from the instance that I created, or is just a unique name?
It is a
It-
unique
it-
name of that instance. As you are learning, you will see that you can create other users on the server, but there's always a default user that comes with the server. So let me show you now. I'm glad we are here together. So go to your management console. Yes. This is tiny. Are you able to see this?
I can increase it.
Miss Wuras, have mercy on your own eyes now. That's enough. All right. So click on your
Instances.
scroll to the right, to the left. Click on the instance ID. Beautiful. I tell you, this class, I'm enjoying everybody. Some classes, scroll to the left alone, we are there, 5 minutes. Click on connect. Right? Look at username. Have you seen it?
Okay.
Yeah, you will not be able to copy, but that's it. That's the default username. There are 2 default users on every Linux server that I just installed. The admin, but in Linux it is called root, ROOT, and then this EC2 user. If we had launched an Ubuntu, remember where we were selecting AMI, we selected Amazon Linux. That's why we are seeing EC2 user here. If what we had selected is Ubuntu, we're going to see here Ubuntu as the username. Don't worry.
So it can be changed?
No, it can't be changed.
Okay.
It can't be changed, but you can create other users on your server. We will learn that as we go on in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be an intensive training. So go and put that now. Go and put EC2 user dash user. You're doing well. So, okay. Okay, now, so double click on the first class now. That same first class, yes. Beautiful. Close the one that did not work. Beautiful. Thank you. OS is can you see that what you are seeing here is the same as what you have on your browser when you connect? Does anybody notice?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let's go see how to use Temios. Temios will do the same thing as mobile extam. So also is PuTTY, but I'll only show you Temios and PuTTY in this class. No, sorry, Temios and mobile extam. I've shown you Temios. Mr. Charles, are you able to share your screen? Can Mr. Charles hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you able to share your screen, sir?
How do I do that? Share screen. I just clicked on it.
Yep.
Okay.
So everybody gets ready. Let's go and install Temios. You will now decide which one you want to be using. Temios has a lot of aesthetics for people that like colors. Temios is the if you don't get it, someone else can share his or a screen, so you just follow from there.
Okay.
All right, so Miss Fura, you are the last person, so share your screen. Let's continue with you. Are you able to? It was your screen that we saw last.
Can see. Why is this not working for me?
Can Miss Wuraola hear me? Okay, so Mo Ba, are you able to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, please. Whose screen is this? Oh, okay. Miss Wuraola beat you to it. So let's go to Google. Thank you. Download Temios. TERMIUS. Type download Temios. I hope everyone is following now. Mr. Charles, this is the time to follow.
You also want us to download this?
Yes.
And it should be compatible to any OS, right?
Yes, it's compatible with any OS. The mobile extam only works for Windows.
Okay, Windows.
But Temios you can see all the OS there: Windows, Mac OS, iOS, even Android and iOS.
Nice.
So please click on that first link. Thank you. So automatically it will discover your operating system. I think that's why you're seeing download.exe here, execute. Can you scroll down a bit, ma'am? Let's see something. All right, so here as well, you're able to select which one do you want. So you will select based on the operating system of your host of your device. Mr. Charles, are you seeing this?
I am still trying to find. Okay, I am there. Got it. Sorry.
If you scroll down, you're going to see it. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, so click on the one that is yours.
Okay.
So let's go, Miss Ura, click on the, yep, that's it. About 166 MB. Once the installation is done, open it and run it.
Okay.
It's complete. Okay, so let everybody go ahead and install.
So it says start setup.
Yes. Skip. 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 Continue. So put your email to complete setup. They might say they want to be giving you different offerings. Just, you know.
Should I continue and click on set the passphrase?
No, you don't need this passphrase. What's he saying? Okay, set the passphrase. Let's see. Oh, yes, you need to put a password here.
So mine is saying choose your way to get started, sync your cloud, add your first host.
Skip.
Okay. It's not giving me the option to skip that.
Are you sure? What do you see? What are the options that are there?
Because you just opened the new page, like, and it's showing me host.
Just share your screen. Let's see. Can you stop sharing, Ms. Ruola?
Oh, sure.
I'm
So
struggling.
if everybody is done, just hold on. Let's see what.
Okay. Yeah. This is my screen.
Oh, you're done. If you're here.
Yeah, you're done.
Okay.
Are we together now?
Yes.
So let's continue from here. Can you maximize your screen, please? Okay, so here you say new host. Remember our mobile X time, it was new session. So new host, click on new host.
New, or just click on it. Okay.
All right. Where you have label towards the top right-hand side,
Okay.
you will put, what do you want to call this server? What name do you want to call it?
Training.
Okay. Where you have the address, go copy your public IP address and paste it here.
Page. Stop here. Sorry. Oh. Where is my page? I've forgotten. I can't find. Oh my goodness.
Take your time. It's there. Don't rush. I can see it from here. See that cube box, orange cube box. Look at all your tabs.
Orange this.
No, that's not the orange cube box. No, the one before it.
The one before.
Where you have H.
The thing is that this is blocking my tab. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are.
Okay. Look at your public IP address down here, 3.87.107.192.
Okay.
There are many places where you can find your public IP address.
Okay. That place here. Okay.
All right, has everybody done that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's go put our username. You know what to do. You see where we have username?
EC2 right? Thanks.
Yep.
Then do we enter a password or just go on?
You see where we have password.
Okay.
Click on set a key.
Okay.
Create new key. At the private key, click on import from key file. Look at it below.
Okay.
Import from, hold on, please.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Can you cancel this? Use the back arrow up. I feel we went too fast. Use the back arrow. So everybody, let's follow again. We've entered the public IP address. We've entered the username. Now, let's put our key pair. So we're gonna set a key now. So click on set a key. I hope everyone is following. Set a key. Yep. Create a new key. Okay. Import from key file. Click on that. Go to your download folder. Where's your, okay, look at it. Training kp.pem. Double click on that. Open. That's it. So save this now. Save it. So the beauty of Temios is your key file is saved here. Anytime you need to connect to an instance, as long as that instance is using the same key pair, you wouldn't need to go and be browsing for it. You just select it among the select the key. If you click on set a key, let me show you something. Click on set a key again.
Where's set the key? Where's that? Okay.
You see that is already there.
Yeah.
So let's say we have another server now. And that server is using the same key file. And what I told us is one key pair is enough for you throughout this training.
Okay.
So after this training today, you've worked and you terminated the server. And maybe tomorrow morning you want to practice, you launch a new server. Do not create a new key pair. Do not create a new security group. Just use the existing ones of these two parameters. Okay, so you go back now. Click on, you see that plug icon where you have new host. Go up. Where you have new host towards the left. See that plug icon?
What's the left?
Go to where you have new host again, where you are coming from. No, that's not it.
This one on the right?
Yes, you see 3 dots before it, the icon before it.
Okay.
Click on it. That's to connect, add, and continue. Add key. Wait, we didn't save that key. Oh, sorry, we should have saved it. Import again now, please. We should have clicked on save. Open. Click on save now, please. Beautiful. Boom. We are here.
Cool.
Hello, everyone. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
Who is not able to SSH? Let me know.
Sorry, where can I get the username again from?
You go to, yeah, so your username for Amazon Linux is EC2 user.
EC2 user.
But if you really know where to get it from, I think we explained in the class video. Mr. Charles, can you just show us where to get the username? Go to your management console. Can you go to, no, it's not here.
Okay.
Go to your dashboard. Aha, here. Have you seen your username?
Yes, that's it right there.
Yes.
The person asking, have you seen where you can get a username?
Yes.
All right. All right, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to reclaim host. I want to believe everybody's on the same page now. So let me quickly get my mobile extern up as well, so I can also connect to my instance. And then let's see what we can begin with today.
I'm kind of lost actually.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yes.
Right.
So mine is showing this.
Can you maximize the screen? It's a
Okay.
bit tiny. Okay, so close. Okay, right click on this class and delete.
Delete.
Yep.
It's not. Let's see.
Hold on. Look at the class under where you have history. Have you seen history?
Yes.
Remove. All right. So click on new host. Or instead of using new host, we can still use this same one. Go to, is that your public IP address?
Yes.
Beautiful. Is that your EC2 user?
Yes, the
Where
username.
you, oh yes, where you put your bb.pem, did you type it there?
No.
Can you remove that one that you have there? Click on remove.
It's not okay.
Okay, set a key now. Click on this one first. No, go back. Set a key.
Shall I remove it first?
Yes. Set a key. Right click on this. Let me see if it can go out.
It didn't go.
Or she can click on a new key.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to be sure that one can go out first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
But if
moving.
it's not, don't worry. Let's click on new key. Import from key file. Okay. Double click on that. Save. No, save. Click on connect. Yep. Add and continue. Okay. So let's go to your hosts. Click on hosts. Yeah. Click on set a key.
Set a key. Okay.
So what was the problem here?
I really don't know too.
Can you click on any of the key? Let me see. Just click once.
Okay.
No, that's not what we wanted. Anyway, go back. So you can double click on the class 1 now. That's your session.
This.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. If you want to change the team, look at the different teams you have by your right hand side, whichever one. I know ladies like colors and all of that. Okay.
Okay.
Is that all?
That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Is everybody good?
Yes.
Ms. Vurala, are we good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So I'm just going to share my screen as well. Okay, this is my mobile exam. Please resume. Okay, so a new session as well. SSH. My server's public IP address. I'll copy it from here. This EC2 user advanced SSH. Then I go to my mobile exam where I'm gonna get it from my download folder. I have ITern keep here, open. Okay, I want to give it a special name. Let me call it class server. All right. So all of us are on the same page, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Are we all on the
Yes.
same page?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So This is where we're going to begin our learning from as from Monday. Okay. And we have 2 weeks to do all we need to do. But I think we're able to cover with what I've seen in this class. Everybody's the game is on top gear. But let me just show you around. EC2 user. I want to explain to you. So at this point, this is not the point where you want to do as I do. The do as I do phase is over, is for installation. What you want to do now is focus and look at what I'm doing. All right. Except if you think your attention will not be so much divided. Let me clear. Good. I want to explain what this shell prompt means. Once you see shell prompt like this, you're able to get 1 or 2 information directly. The name you see here, whatever name you see here, is the name of the user that is signed in currently. I'll say that again. The name you see here, either it is Wura, Toyin, Charles, whatever name you see here, means that is the user that is currently signing. It could be root as well. I mean, I told us that in Linux, administrators, admin, they are called root, R-O-O-T. After the @ sign, the name you're seeing next is the name of the machine. Or you call it the name of the computer or the name of the server. AWS is using the private IP address as the name of the server. So it means that this person is signed into this machine. And what you see here, whatever you see in this place, is the current working directory. Current working directory. You know, this is an IO interface, command line interface. That means that at every point in time, you are inside a folder working. So whatever you see here is the name of the folder that you are inside at the moment working. In Linux, folders are always called directories. Okay. And when you see a $sign like this $sign means 2 things. When you see a $sign, it means this interface is ready to accept input. I can begin to type things now. And it also means whatever I do now, it is a user that is doing it, not root. It is a user that is doing it, not root. I will explain this again. The name you see before the @ sign means the user that is signed in currently. The name after the @ sign means the computer name or the server name or the machine name. And name you see here, currently you are seeing a tilde sign, but it could be name some other time. It means this is the folder you are working from currently. And then this $sign means this interface is ready. You can begin to type and execute command. It also means that it is a user that is signed in, a non-root user. If I switch to root, don't mind this command, I will still show you all of this later. When I switch to root, meaning that I switch to admin, you see that the user here changed to what? Root. So it means at this moment, root is signed into this computer. And what you are seeing here is EC2 user. I will still explain this soon. This tilde sign means something. What I just did was I switched to root, sudo su, switch user. As I switched to root right now, the only thing that changed is this, meaning I switched user to root. And this one changed to hash sign. So when you see hash sign like this, even if you are not seeing what is there, what it means is whatever you are doing now is going to be executed as what? As root. Okay, let me go back. Clear. Any question? Hello, class. Any question?
None for now.
As basic as this is, it is on these very elementary principles that mega or complex Linux systems are built on. So I want to beseech you to not despise this little beginning. Pay attention, ask questions when you don't understand. I'll go again. EC2 user is the name of the user that is signed in currently. After the @sign, what you see is the name of the computer or the machine or the server. Whatever you see here is the current working directory. It means this is inside the folder we are working from currently. The other sign means whatever we do now, we are doing it as a user, not as root. And it also means that this interface is ready to accept commands. Now, in Linux, before I say that, every user have their own home directory. Every user have their own respective home directory. Home directory. Okay. When we create a user in Linux, whenever you create a user in Linux, two things are automatically created. One, the home directory of that user. And two, the primary group of the user. So as we created, no, we're not the one that created it. As EC2 user was created, two other things are created with it. Home directory of this EC2 user, the primary group of this EC2 user. Now the dicey part is the three of them, they will bear the same name, EC2 user. Okay. The same way, if we create another user on this server and we call the user Biden, that means there are three things automatically that exist when you create a user. The user itself, which is called to be what? Biden. The home directory of that user, which is also called what? Also called what? Biden. And the primary group of the user, also called Biden. So how do you differentiate between which one is the user, which one is the home directory of the user, which one is the primary group of the user? Where you find them shows you which one they are. Okay. Whatever you see here is always the user. Don't mistake it for any other thing. And all users on the Linux server all users are stored in the password file. That's one. All home directories are stored in the root home directory. Root home directory. Remember, users are stored in the password file. All home directories are stored in the home, root home. Okay. And all primary groups can be found in the group what? File. So users and primary groups are found in their respective files, password file and the group file. The home directories are found where? In the root home. Okay, I'll say that again. When you create a user, two other things are created with the user. Home directory of the user, and then the primary group of the user. Because home directory is a folder. Remember I said that directories in Linux are called folder. Because home directory is a folder, whenever a user is working inside its own home directory, instead of you saying the name of that home directory here, which is also the same name as the user, like I said earlier, what you will see is this tilde sign. I say that again. Whenever a user on a Linux server is working currently inside its own home directory, remember that home directory of a user will bear the same name as that user. Instead of using EC2 user here, which is the name of the home directory of the EC2 user here, what you will see here is what? A tilde sign. But if it is any other directory that EC2 user is working, any other directory, what you will see here is the name of that directory. Let me show you. If I make a directory and call the directory Ade list. Okay, Ade already exists. Let's make another one. Make directory and call it Wura. And I list. If I leave where I am now and enter into this directory Wura, the command is cd change directory Wura. Can you see that what is here now BS Wura, meaning that currently EC2 user is signed into this machine, and on this machine EC2 user is working from the Wura folder, from the Wura directory. Okay, but if I go back to the home directory of EC2 user, and EC2 user is the signed in one, instead of using EC2 user directory here, what you will see is what? Tilde sign. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right. So I think it's a convenient point to stop. Our class is just 3 hours, which we've done. We'll continue on Tuesday. If you have any questions, please come to the group page and let me know.
So you
Right.
said Tuesday or you thought you said Monday and Wednesdays.
Monday, sorry. Did I say
Yeah.
Tuesday? Please,
You
it's
said Tuesday.
a mistake. All right, so it's when you launch an instance and you have practiced and you are done, don't just sign out of your AWS account thinking that the instance is gone. No. If you sign out of your AWS account, the instance is still running, it is still there, and it is counting. This is what I advise you to do. After every practice, terminate your instance. Did you hear that?
Okay.
After
So
every practice,
So for today's practice, we should terminate it, right?
maybe you want to terminate. If you want to practice after now,
Okay.
you might want to leave it.
Okay.
But either group or collective practice, when you are done, do not leave the server running. Okay, because if by chance you have 2-3 servers running, you will exhaust the 750 hours. And from the 751st hour, they begin to charge you, although it is quite negligible. All right. But let me show you how to terminate your instance. You can stop, you can terminate, whichever one is convenient for you. The reason why I ask all of us to use North Virginia region is in case you forgot to terminate and you exhaust 750 hours and they begin to charge you, servers in North Virginia are cheaper than that in other availability zone. And not just that, North Virginia is the largest region on AWS. So if you look at it, you will see that I have stopped some servers. It's because I'm using them for DevOps, to teach DevOps. All right. But this one that is running our own server, I can stop it, I can terminate it. All right. But in my case, this one I stopped, they have heavy applications on them. That's why I stopped them. I can't terminate them outright. It took me hours and hours to set up. Okay, you will also get there when we begin to learn AWS and if you choose to advance to DevOps. So just click on the server of interest, this one, drop down instance state. Is everybody following?
Mm-hmm.
Drop down instance state and you will see terminate. Once you terminate, it is gone. Ensure it tells you successfully terminated and you refresh. Okay. It will not leave here immediately, but at least under the instance state, you will see terminated rather. It's just shutting down right now. It will still terminate. Now, the moment you terminate here, the session you have on your mobile XTerm and your Termius is no longer useful. You can't access them because the server that you SSH'd into from those SSH agents, the server has been terminated. Can you see this? It might take a while before this one will leave this place, but as long as this route is terminated, then you are safe. All right. Now, what I'm saying is when you want to launch another instance, so this, it's going to be your second, third, fourth, or subsequent launches. I'm saying that when you are launching another instance and you've put the instance name, you've selected the AMI, either Amazon Linux or Ubuntu, okay, and you've selected the instance type, which is always T2 micro, the free tier. Under key pair name, I'm saying do not create new key pair. Drop down this and select the one you created from the first setup. Also, under network settings, security group, do not create new security group. Just check on select existing security group, drop down, you will see the one you created the first time. Does that make sense, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it does.
Will there be any question? All right. If there's no other question, we've come to the end of today. My 2 cents will be, this training is gonna be 100%